What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Chris Moore, and this morning, yeah, we're still sipping the coffee. It's early going. We got a big job to do today. 2018, 2020, something like that. 2018 GSXS1000F. This is the sport touring with the handlebars, but yet the full fairings. It is 100% bone stock condition now. We're gonna be taking this stock exhaust system off and putting on a Yoshimura full system and a Sprint air filter. We're gonna get some sound out of this thing, we're gonna get some power out of this thing, and make this thing one of the ultimate sport touring bikes on the road today. Stay with us, guys. Here we go. Before we get the stock exhaust system off this thing, let's fire it up, show you what it sounds like. If you've already got one of these bikes, you know what it sounds like, but we want to get the sound on my microphone and then get the sound on my microphone with the exhaust system. Super, super quiet, not what you want to have in a motorcycle. For one, sound. Not only is it a fun factor, but it's a safety factor. Like, you got to be able to make some noise. It's hard enough to see bikes on the road, much less if they're a dark color, but the main thing is we got to be heard. We got to be people to know we're coming. Let's run it one more time, then we're going to show you what we're going to install. Now we're going to be installing this Yoshimura full exhaust system. This is the R11 system. Looks super, super nice. Carbon fiber tip. It's got a really large exit and the headers are good size. So I think this thing is really going to sound good. Then we're going to be putting this Sprint aftermarket air filter in there. This is the P08, which is the, I guess you would say, street style filter. That is definitely the best one to run if you're going to be doing everyday street use. That's the filter to have. You can pick those up 5% off on my discount, Moore Mafia 5 on Brock's Performance website. Enough talking, let's get this thing tore apart. This guy came from 3 hours away. We got to get it tore down. We got to get it put back together all in the same day. We do that stuff all the time. Hit us up, mooremafia.com, if you want to get your bike worked on. So we got the airbox all apart, and you can see there, well, you can't see, but there was a restrictor plate in here, and the customer has already taken that out previously because he has a Moore Mafia ECU Flash for the stock exhaust system. He loved it. He said it was great, but he wants the sound, wants more power. But from the factory, there's a plate that sits right in here, and it literally limits the opening down a ton. So you see this big hole? Well, the hole the actual air comes through is super small, and that piece has already been eliminated. If you're gonna buy one of these Sprint air filters, which I will show you here, this is the P08, it is orange, but once you buy this, take that restrictor plate out as well. It really makes a big difference, and the best thing, it's free. And just like that, the headers are almost on there. You see, you have to remove the radiator and everything on this bike, which you do pretty much on all sport bikes, but you can see this thing, if it doesn't look any, or if it doesn't sound any better, if it doesn't perform any better, it sure looks 1,000,000 times better. Really nice looking exhaust system, really large exit. I can't wait to hear how this thing sounds, but so far it is looking amazing. And just like that, she's a runner, boys. We got it all on there. You can hear how it's like kind of got a lopey sound to it, like a cam. We're gonna tune that out. That's typical on a bike when you put an exhaust on. We're not always, but a lot of bikes do it. A lot of times we try to smooth that out. Some people love the sound of that, some people hate the sound of that. So sometimes if your bike does it, you can hear it starting to go away a little bit now. So typically what happens is the bike's riching themselves up at idle, and then when they're running a little too rich, that's when they'll get that sound. Anyways, comment in the comments below. Do you like the sound of that or not? I personally think it sounds kind of cool. I get a lot of requests. People are like, I hate the lopey idle. Fix it. So whatever, we can do it either way. This thing looks like it's never seen dirt or rain. Big ups to the customer for keeping your bike super clean. Here we go, baseline pull coming up. Now remember, this thing already has my ECU Flash, but the ECU Flash is for the stock exhaust system. So it removed all those pesky restrictions, lowered his fan temp, and smoothed out the on-off throttle with the stock exhaust. Let's see how close it is with the aftermarket exhaust and how much more can we gain by fine-tuning everything. Flashing on the GSXS1000 now, but take a look at what just arrived. No, this is not mine, guys. I know, I already got the gray one, but brand new, fresh out of the box. Wait, hold on, I gotta get my cell phone going too so we can get 2 videos of this for old Instagram. Brand new 2023 Busa just arrived. Hit us up, mooremafia.com, cyclespecialtiesperformance.com. Let's tear, hold on. Let's tear this puppy open, guys, see how she looks. This is the all-new 23 black on black. Oh, I like that a lot. Matte black. So you can't really tell this in the pictures how this thing truly looks, but man, it looks super, super sexy. Comment in the comments below, what do you think? And did you know I own a motorcycle dealership here as well as Moore Mafia? Here we go, guys. I just made some tweaks to the ECU. If you have one of these bikes and want to send the ECU in to get it flashed, it is located right under the gas tank. So you have to pull the fairings back, lift the tank up. The ECU is sitting right there. You see, I plug it in. I keep it plugged in and hang out the side while I'm doing the tuning on the thing. But it is super easy to access. Now, onto the tuning part, we have got the D-cell fuel cut option turned on. So when the customer lets off the throttle, the fuel injectors are going to keep running. That's going to get us a little bit of a burble noise when we go to slow down. It doesn't hurt anything, but some people hate it, okay? Some people love it. Comment in the comments below. Let me know, do you like the burble or not?
go. Now this time the customer has elected to turn the diesel fuel cut option off. He said he wants the bike to try to get as good a fuel mileage as he can possibly get. So of course, when you leave the fuel injectors running, when you're off the throttle, you're technically kind of sort of wasting gas. So let's see how the bike sounds and how it reacts with that option turned off. The burble should be completely gone this time. GSXS1000. Let's see how this thing performs with the final magic touch. Finished up with this thing. What do you think of the way this Yoshimura R11 exhaust sounds? Comment in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Also, what do you think about our new addition to the Dyno room? This is a painting that was mailed to me as a gift all the way from India. Yeah, that's right, guys. He sent me that from India. Shout out to Doc666. That's his YouTube channel. Instagram, go check him out. He does a lot of these renderings and paintings. This is my 2022 Hayabusa I had. He put twin turbos on it and a 300 big tire kit. Super, super cool. We are proud to have that hanging up here in the dyno room. Kinda goes with the bike. Anyways, shout out to him. Appreciate all the love and support. We unboxed it in another video, but if you didn't see that one, now you see the finished work. But check out our final tune on this thing. Once we corrected the air fuel ratio, just from the way it came in, it went from 143 to 149. Keep in mind, guys, this was not a stock ECU. This was a calibrated ECU with the restrictions removed for the stock exhaust system. If you have one of these bikes and you have a stock ECU and a stock exhaust system, your horsepower would be much less. If you have one of these bikes and you have a stock ECU and an aftermarket ECU or an aftermarket exhaust system, you got way less power because your air fuel ratio is way off. We have to add a lot of fuel on these things to smooth them out. Now this little dip right here, that dip unfortunately will not go away. That is a characteristic of the motorcycle. No matter what we do in tuning, that will not go away. I've seen other exhaust systems that make it a little less, but then it's less power on the top end. So you give a little bit, you get a little bit. Where this bike really shines is from about 6,500, 7,000 and beyond. This bike really takes off super fast, 154 horsepower, but the main thing, 80 foot-pounds of torque. 80 foot-pounds of torque is super strong. A lot of our GSX-R1000s that make 185 horsepower only make like 82 or 83 foot-pounds of torque. So this bike's super torquey, super fun to ride. That makes it a good touring bike that makes a lot of power at low RPMs. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. If you did enjoy the content, be sure to smash that like button. If you're new to the party, go ahead and click the subscribe button, click the bell for notifications. It's totally free to do so. You'll get notified every time we upload a new video. If you have one of these bikes or you have any kind of bike and you want to get your ECU flashed, any kind of Japanese bikes, no Harleys, no BMWs, no Triumphs, no Ducatis, hit us up, mooremafia.com. We'll be glad to get you fixed up. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.